24-year-old Sonia Chen spent her days protecting corporate networks from cyber attacks. By night, she protected something far more fragile: people. Not with revenge, not by hacking those who harassed others, but by helping victims reclaim their lives. When teenagers were relentlessly bullied online, Sonia quietly helped them secure their accounts. When elderly people became targets of impersonation scams, she tracked fake websites and reported them before more victims were deceived. When domestic abuse survivors were stalked through social media, she showed them how to lock down their digital footprints and preserve evidence for law enforcement. She never accepted payment. She never revealed her name. She simply signed every email with 2 words: Digital Guardian. It began with a single message. A 17-year-old girl named Sophie wrote, "I don't know who else to ask. Someone created fake photos of me and they're spreading everywhere. I don't think I can take this anymore." Sonia stayed awake until 4 in the morning. She helped Sophie recover compromised accounts, documented evidence, contacted the platforms involved, and connected her family with organizations experienced in responding to online abuse. The images were removed. The harassment subsided. A month later, Sophie sent one final message. "Thank you for giving me my life back." Sonia cried after reading it. That message stayed pinned to her desktop for years. Soon, word quietly spread. Victims shared one another's stories. If you find Digital Guardian, they'll help. No one knew who Digital Guardian was, only that somehow, when hope seemed gone, someone always answered. Over the next 3 years, Sonia helped hundreds of strangers: a small business owner whose website had been hijacked, a teacher falsely accused through fake accounts, a veteran targeted by identity thieves, parents whose children were being extorted online. Every case ended the same way. She empowered people to protect themselves and guided them toward the proper authorities and support resources when needed. She wasn't a vigilante. She was a guide. Then one evening, everything changed. A criminal harassment group that profited from intimidating people noticed a pattern. Their fake accounts kept disappearing. Their phishing sites were reported. Their victims suddenly became harder to manipulate. They wanted to know why. They wanted to know who. After months of searching, they found Maya. Her name, her workplace, her address. Within hours, lies flooded the internet. Fake screenshots, edited videos, false accusations, anonymous threats. Someone spray-painted "traitor" across her garage door. Her employer placed her on leave while investigating the allegations. Friends stopped calling. Neighbors avoided eye contact. Sonia sat alone in her apartment, wondering if helping people had been the biggest mistake of her life. The following morning, someone knocked on her door. It was Sophie, the teenager whose message had started everything. She carried a small cardboard sign. On it were 4 handwritten words: "You protected me." Behind Sophie stood another woman, then a man, then another family. When Sonia looked past them, she saw something unbelievable. The sidewalk was filled with people, hundreds, people she'd never met. An elderly couple she had helped recover from a scam, the teacher whose reputation she had helped restore, the veteran whose identity had been stolen. Parents, students, nurses, small business owners. They stretched halfway down the block. Many held homemade signs. "She helped my daughter." "She saved my business." "She listened when no one else did." Kindness is not a crime. Some carried flowers, others simply stood quietly beside her home. One by one, they told reporters their stories. The truth spread faster than the lies. A week later, Sonia's employer completed its investigation. They found no wrongdoing, only evidence that she had volunteered her own time to educate and assist victims while encouraging lawful reporting and stronger digital security. Instead of firing her, the company created a new community outreach program focused on cybersecurity education and online safety. They asked Sonia to lead it. She accepted on one condition: no one should have to pay for help. The company agreed. Months later, the town hosted its first annual Digital Kindness Day. Students learned how to recognize scams. Grandparents learned to secure their devices. Families practiced safer online habits together. Law enforcement officers, teachers, and technology professionals volunteered side by side. Near the entrance stood a simple display case. Inside rested the small cardboard sign Sophie had carried that morning. "You protected me." Visitors often asked why such a plain sign was displayed so prominently. Sonia would smile and answer, "Because that's the moment I realized something important." "What's that?" She looked around the crowded community center, filled with people helping one another. "The internet can spread fear faster than almost anything." She paused. "But people," she smiled, "people can spread courage even faster." The crowd applauded as another workshop began, and somewhere in the back of the room, a shy teenager who had been too afraid to ask for help quietly raised a hand. For the first time, they believed someone would listen. And someone did. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.